Hi there, this is Åsa with another fall layout process video. And fall or autumn to me is a lot about harvest. In our garden we don't have a lot of things to harvest. We have strawberries and apples and a couple of other berry bushes. But this time, when these photographs were taken, we harvested our grapes. A couple of years back we bought a grape vine and we planted it just by the porch towards the house wall, and it grew very well, but the winter here can be rather harsh, and the first couple of winters pretty much took the life of this grapevine above ground. The roots still survived, and the next season we got more branches, and it all started over again. But this particular type of grapevine, it only gives fruit on second year branches, so we never got any grapes. But then for 3 years back we've had winters that has been more mild, and the grapevine has survived. So in 2015 we got grapes for the second year, and they are really lovely. We got a huge bunch of them, and they are not seedless like the ones that you perhaps buy in the store, so you have to beware of the seeds, because if you chew on them it gives a really nasty and that kind of strong seed taste that you don't really like, and but the rest of the berry is really tasty. And for this year I had already planned and decided to make a clear jelly. So when we had picked this whole basket of grapes, we cooked them or boiled them together with sugar, and then we made clear jelly. And this jelly is really sweet and really like tasteful, full of taste, at least it's the word. And we have it with steak and any kind of meat. It was lovely together with turkey for the season. And this is the story that I will be telling with this layout. As for papers with this layout, I'm using a really kind of warm selection of papers that I found, and the background paper is from Reminisce, and it's the one from my last haul, and it's even got a wine bottle in the corner, and I thought that would be fun, even though I will not be making wine. The wine label paper is from Bunny, and it's ancient. I've had it for so long, but I think I have saved it for this particular layout because I really wanted to use it here. Then I had the paper that I've been using for matting the photo. It's a Simple Stories photos from a couple of years back, and then I have some random cards and embellishment die cuts from recent and ancient collections. So it's a wide selection of stuff from my stash. Now I'm piecing together like a photo block there, and I'm also going to make a journaling piece where I can write my story about the amount of berries that we picked and what we did with them. The feeling that I'm looking for in this project is I want the theme to be obvious with the grape wines and the wine and the grape theme, and I also want it to be like rustique. The wood grain brings that feeling very well, I think, and also this paper that is wrinkled paper, patterned. It's patterned by wrinkled paper, and those labels also give this warmth to the page, and I think that adding also more of the wine red kind of hues also brings this layout together and gives it the feel that I'm looking for. I really wanted to use that card there with the fruit. It's one of those like flashcards with letters, and it says F for fruit, and a whole bunch of different kinds of berries and fruit in a pile, and it has this kind of vintage feel. The paper was a bit more pale than the rest of the papers that I had on this page, but I really wanted to use it because the grape wine or the wines there, or the grapes there, are really obvious in the picture, so I wanted to use it. I really don't know where else I could have used that card, so this was a really nice opportunity to use it. I had a couple of die cuts that I had cut out for another project. It says from the kitchen of, and happiness is homemade, and that square there that I already glued down, that will stay, but the larger card won't make it onto this page. That also brought in black into this page. The silhouette of hubby there in the right photo, it's also really dark, but nothing else on the layout was black, but I will come back and fix that a bit later. I had some strips of papers left, and I think these were from the branding strip, and I wanted to use them just to bring in more of that wine red tone. So I'm just cutting up that strip and placing it in different spots on the page, and I'm also trying to get a diagonal flowing from the upper left corner onto the lower right corner, just because that's how everything else flows, and with that black square in the upper left corner, it's kind of obvious that it starts there. It gives a very heavy effect, that black square. The branding strip there had the word "the winery" on it, and that was just too good to be to be left out. So instead of using the red backside of that branding strip there, I wanted to use the words. So I just cut that out. I'm so happy that I found it before I had glued it down, and then I will place that as an embellishment on the page. When I was going through my stash to look for fall-themed embellishments, I found a brand new pack of wood veneers from Studio Calico, and I think it's called Harvest or something. Oh, Farmer's Market it's called, I think. And in that wood veneer pack there were a couple of words that I thought fitted perfectly with this layout. So I'm choosing a couple of them, Garden, Fresh and Harvest, and I will glue them on this page just the way they are. I won't treat them or color them in any way. And I thought also that that new color, the like raw wood veneer, made the bridge between that pale flashcard and the rest of the page very well. It bridged kind of the tone, or it added more of the more pale tone to this page. And I will, oh look at that, I'm cutting off the back side of the package where all the die cuts are, or all the wood veneers were imaged, and then I'll save that together with the wood veneers in a Ziploc bag, and then I just mark off the ones that I've used, just like I did with those Jelly Bean alphas. When I replenished my stash after my spending freeze, I was tempted to buy more die cuts and more wood veneers, because I think it's really nice embellishment, and it brings so much to the stash and what you have to work with. But I decided not to, because I have the silhouette cameo, and I can work and do really any embellishing and silhouette that I can come up with. And I also have the new photo printer, which will allow me to also print and cut lots of embellishing embellishments that I also can find online. So I didn't buy any new, and I think that dimension that you lose when you cut out of paper instead of having these much thicker embellishments from wood, I think that I hope that I can achieve it with foam dots and get the same feeling, like the dimension feeling. So I hope that I won't miss it too much. Now I'm just making the final touch there. I chose yet another of those words and I glued it down with my liquid adhesive. And now I have die cut a title for this page, and I'm using a new font in my collection, and it was called something Swedish. I don't really know what right now, and it is one of those that look like script, and that's really appealing to me right now. On Instagram I'm following lots of people that are good at handwriting and calligraphy, and it's inspiring me a lot at the moment. So it's a handwritten or scripted font that it's really pretty. And I'm spelling out the 2015 grapes, and that pretty much finishes this layout and the work that I've been doing. I chose a color that goes really well together with the wine bottle there and the accent of wine red that I have throughout the whole project. So this is the finished page. But as I said earlier, there is one thing bothering me, and this is that black piece in the upper left corner. Now I am going to use that card there, the homemade card, and I'm just going to chop off a piece there so that I get the same kind of grayish black, and just add a little piece there below the grow word on the other paper strips, just to bring in that black in the other corner of the diagonal. And to me it is the final touch on this project. Here are some close-ups of the finished page, and I'm so happy that you have stayed with me during the process, and I hope you liked it. Come back soon. Take care. This is Åsa. Bye.